How's it going? Welcome to... I mean, you can read the stream title. How's it going? Alright, yeah. I wonder what the teams are gonna be like. Bad! But that's how this game works. That is how this game simply works. You're muted. I'm not muted. So... there we go. Oh, my sound was off. Yeah, I was thinking because when it started, you know, it had like 5 seconds where it didn't work, but it works. You want to turn your sound on, you know, because it's kind of hard to play the game without sound, or watch a stream without sound, all of that stuff. All right, how's it going? How's it going? I mean, remember that whenever there's an event going on, the teams are worse. Price drops in 1 hour, 56 minutes. I find it so funny that pretty much the majority of tanks, like the Vipera T-77 Cobra, that they haven't sold out. I mean, I have no idea whether Eric and the Karo sold out, but it's really funny to me that there's still 1,200 777s left. Like, nobody wants them. You know, I find that just beautiful. You know, it really shows how great of a job Wargaming has done in the last 7-8 months of making everybody happy. Hi Damon, how you doing? Let's as always start with a birthday tank. In this case, the 260, how about that? $777, I mean for 20k no, but in an auction, because in the auction you don't get equipment and stuff like that, right? Because that's, you always have to consider that, right? When you have a vehicle that you buy with or without equipment and stuff like that. And pretty much in the auction you always buy it without. So that's one of the tricks that they use to make the auction look better than it is, you know, where like you take off 1,000 gold, sure, but now you have to spend like 1.3 million credits in equipment for the vehicle. So always got to keep that in mind as well, of course. And our medium is, I don't know what he's doing, but he's bad. And we will lose this game pretty badly. I mean, I'm gonna have to take space. That's not... the object's doing what I want to do. The problem is the type's up there, so if I do... whatever. Let's just send it. Yeah, I mean, the T-77, but it wasn't, like, special price. 8k for that vehicle is, like, regular pricing, you know? It's not outstanding pricing or anything with that kind of vehicle. No. At least the other guy's moving there. And the Type 71 is a terrible vehicle, so I'll be fine here. Get a Cupola there, buddy. And you might be losing that fight right now. It's gonna pound this Cupola. It's the safest way to pin him. Alright. See, you can't really do much about that anyway. Now he just fired, so now he's gone. Ha! Would you look at that? The team they did a pretty decent job up there. I mean, the T-95 and the object, they kind of rocked that. E-100 dead. Concept dead. Hell yeah. Can I just wait 2 years? Probably not going to be that long till they come back. There's going to be another auction. There's going to be another auction at Christmas. You know? Because they do 2 now. So... whatever, 62A. But, I don't know if they changed anything about the T-54, but in the T-54, the gun leading to the Object 140 is better than the gun leading to the 62A. So... well, these guys are pretty decent. Solid. You're the only one that thought it would be a loss. Well, given what this guy was up to, right? If those heavies up there would have had any sort of skill at all, which they didn't, it very much would have been. But as it turns out, the enemy heavies were pretty bad. So, it worked. Anyway, tank requests. Because normally if you have a Progetto, the Progetto goes down, you have 2 mediums basically behind you. And if the enemy heavies just hold, right, they don't even need to attack, they just have to hold it, and then those 2 mediums can come around the back, you attack from 2 sides, poof, dead. So... but hey, pleasantly surprised. The 140... MX 5120... VK 9001... One more! Can be requested. Alright, we have the Astra Rex. That's an American medium tank. It's entirely pointless. I wonder why the Erich and the Karo sold out. Because they both weren't bad prices. I don't have the Sentinel, no, I don't. Don't think I do. I wouldn't know if I had it. Let's put it that way. I do have a banana though. Given that I did get home at 1955. So no, that's the time I got home, not my birth year. I know. Hi Marky, how you doing? Oh. So everyone went, that's a scam. Yeah, why did it sell out for 17.5? Like, it's a tier 9. It's not even a great tier 9, you know? Solid, sure. But, I mean, that's again, humans are driven by emotion and rarely by ration. Except if the ration is food ration. Then it's very much... but then again, being hungry is also an emotion, sort of. That sounds very northern. Yeah. Oh. Some tanks are named differently in War Thunder and World Tanks. I mean, some tanks are named differently in Blitz and World Tanks PC, you know, so there is a lot of differences there. Pretty much. 40. Well, one more tank can be requested. This round. Let's go. Somebody want to... yeah, but you can only request one tank per person. Per round. You can't request 2 tanks per round. So... I find it funny how fast wargaming, well, not fast, but how wargaming just now caves. In terms of Reforged. They've just, you know, they reworked the commanders, they invested a lot of time and effort into reworking the commanders, and now they're like, you know what, let's just scrap them because people still hate them. And they see the player base deteriorating quite rapidly. So now they're gonna do something. Hi, Tricky. It is hilarious, though. Well, I was able to write the tank between the reloads. I wasn't able to spell it properly, but I was able to write it correctly. That's a K, that doesn't belong there. Alright, the deal for real. Speaking of Ks, did you know that the word Republican is written with 3 Ks? Anyway. Let's get some more damage on the Chronong. He's probably gonna... Yep, there we go. Beautiful. What are you shooting Pramo in the side of the car? Yes! Because I can afford it. It's the same guy again. It's Penguin. All right. Programming stuff on a blitz since they started adding many events in my opinion. Well, I mean, they can see the player base go down, so they gotta up the milking. Is Project Cold War released already, by the way? It's probably DOA. Must have been determined to be more lucrative to get rid of commanders. Yeah, well, see, what I don't get is that apparently Wargaming is gonna... The extra XP, right? Because I have like 70 or 80 million crew XP that is just extra overhang. Apparently, they're gonna compensate that in gold, which is pretty unusual for Wargaming to do. So that pretty much tells me that if they're thinking of being that consumer friendly, they really know that they've screwed up, like badly. So the Tiger 2 used to have armor. I think I gold. Yeah, it's 1 gold per 10k. So it's not really a good conversion, but it is gold. Alright, Rock, if I don't, I'm good. How about you? Did you get your 7,000 steps a day in already? Because I definitely have. Alright, well, there's a guy up there. On the STG to reverse. Hi, John. How you doing? That's ravioli. If those 2 heavies would like do anything, then you know it would be pretty simple. Yeah, I mean, gonna have to work with that. Okay, now is the Eric still out there? I have 310 hit points. Alright, let's go ahead on. many steps I do a day? Probably a good amount. Nice. I'm gonna rush B. Actually, I'm not gonna rush B. Always rush B. Doesn't matter what game. Is it World of Tanks Blitz, if it's Formula 1, if it's Counter-Strike, if it's Battle, always rush B. Always rush B. I found out, because I played some Limo Ultimate yesterday, right, sim racing, I found out that because there's a rolling start. There's a rolling start to the race, and you start the race with cold brakes and cold tires. So I found out that if you hammer the accelerator and the brakes at the same time during that start procedure where you go... Oh, fuck. During that start procedure where you go 60, instead of your brakes being 50 degrees, they'll be 400. And you can brake much later than everybody else in the first turn. Which was funny to try because it went from 6th to 2nd. So... Now this guy... See, it sounds better. Nah, it doesn't. Explains why I got an ad for sports goods, I reckon. Maybe. Maybe that is the case. It is sometimes really scary how you talk about a certain thing, and then a couple hours later you get advertising for that thing. Yeah, that is scary. There's a Borsig behind you. Lol, baited. Baited! Feeling emotional, I need food. What do you want? What you looking at? I saw a post on Reddit today where a pound of ribeye was $22 in the US at Walmart. So you're probably not gonna get much. All right. C is a better letter. I disagree with that. Alright, it's the same in real life, but except you have a full say information going like 60. Yeah, I know. But like in Limo Ultimate, you basically start in the last corner and then you go. Obviously they've warmed the brakes and everything, but apparently no one else does that because yeah, that's a reason I don't know if I thought I found it food across some lot. Yeah, I mean, I probably have at least 10 kilos of noodles lying around. Not because I bought them, but, you know, a lot of noodles. And that's a new record. 20 seconds. Well played. Now why is that A50M here? Gorgon is just looking for help. Okay. It's always better to be an ant than a grasshopper. Yeah. That's true. Alright. History never looks favorable upon those trying to stop progress. Alright. Because if the people that don't want progress would ever win, then probably we'd still be burning witches and doing bloodletting for cancer or whatever, and I don't know, set people on fire because they poisoned the well. Brain is too smooth to understand. People that tell you they have the absolute truth and people that tell you everything's perfect the way it is have no idea what they're talking about. Or in fact, people that want to go back to the way things were. It's even worse. Alright. You know, they're fine with oppressing women, but they ain't fine of dying of diphtheria. You know. Wonder why that is. Hey, do you want some scurvy? Ain't that fun? Just pray it away, it's fine. Alright, Drom. Where can we find him? Oh, there he is. Yeah, the master manipulator, man. No. It's incredibly easy to manipulate people. It's just pick something they already are and tell them that's special. And that's better than other things, you know? That's it. That's the whole trick. You know? Pick something that those without effort, they already are, and then say that's better. You know? And make it something that can be obtained without doing anything for it, you know, like a color, skin color, or a religion, or a place, or you know, something like that. You know, it's you don't have to do anything to do that. You're just there. It just happened. Hey, look, you're special. You know, I'm special. Mommy told me so. Exactly. Humans are prone to illusion to understand the wargaming shop. Yeah, like, again, if you look at the Blitz shop, all of it is just manipulation tactics. You know, the, 90% off, popular choice, the crossed out prices. All of that is just manipulation. You know, marketing is essentially the art of getting as close as possible to not be found legally liable for lying. That's it. How close can you go to lying without someone being able to sue you for lying? That's it. That's the whole art. So, where is the SP1C? Or you just go on Fox News and you just lie. Anyway. The mole people are trying to take your retirement money! Something like that, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe that Super Hellcat belongs to the mole people. How about that? Alright. It's a fair price for... well, I probably for a tier 9, like 10k. Something like 10k probably. Hey, type, there's a free meal. It's rich in protein and low in fat. Or not. That's a bad idea, Scorpion. See, don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Always play around cover. If you can't peek... I mean, obviously I'm doing something stupid right now. But if you can't play around the cover, just don't. We have to take the advantage and take the initiative here. Right? Because those guys are dead. And the Bisonte is probably gonna go ooga booga on that Samura. Alright. There's the pro... It's good. Now the Gulf of Mexico is cool. No, it's still the Gulf of Mexico. You can't do that. So... It's always been the Gulf of Mexico, because as it turns out that Mexico is a little bit older than the US, because... Something like... What was it, like a fifth of the landmass of the US, not counting Alaska, Hawaii, was bought and stolen from the Mexicans. So, oops. Obviously the Gulf of Mexico, well, what do you mean it always will be? It just is. It just is. You can't believe away reality. So... Hi, Cleveland, how you doing? You can't believe away reality. Lol. Yeah, come on, hug me. So that's a perfect idea. That's a great idea, Bisonte. You know, shoot at the one part of my tank that you can't pin. The turret. Jesus Christ, buddy. Done 4,000. Just shoot HE, man. Just shoot HE. Yeah, see? Now you're doing well. Good job. Took way too long. People thought that well. Well, sure that. Zero. That Bisonte had a little trouble finishing. So... Speaking of that, it's kind of funny that all the alpha males complain about not getting laid. It's... Well, guess what? It's simply evolution telling you that you're not worthy of reproduction. Duh. But we can reproduce a good tanker quest list, hopefully. Let's go. To my cousin said I was harassing her when all I said was hello, and if you need help with anything I can... Said I was harassing her. What the hell? I don't believe in science for betas. Yeah, true. Hello, Diego. How you doing? True. T54 Livet 110. The UE57 is a tier 3. That's not available for Tanker Quest. T62A. MXM454 and one more. That's a tank destroyer. Object 452. Hold on, I should put up the requirements. Some people are crazy, try to get me fired, never seen it. Like, what the hell? Yeah, some people just, yeah. That's the thing. The human species isn't any better than any other species. We just have a far wider range, right? That we can hold. You know, far smarter and far worse. Alright. The thing that downgraded the human race is being able to reason. Yeah, because you can also invent fake reasons. In a way. Kind of exploded. No. Diego, you said hi to Pikachu, who's not here. Alright. Lads? It's a little bit of a... Well, I mean, we lose, but... A little bit of a pickle here. I don't like my pickles inside me. Like... that way. I should call the cops. Jesus. Just stare at those people. Just stare at them. You know, don't react. Don't even move. Just stare into their soul and just shake your head. You know, because anger is always, you know, anger doesn't solve anger most of the time. It's disappointment that does, and on a smaller scale. You know, you don't beat hate with hate, you beat it with disappointment. Well, that was great. Anger doesn't cancel out other anger. Yeah, I mean, you just end up screaming at each other. I mean, in like that situation, you know, like you just end up screaming at each other. You know, when you have a crazy lady that's mad at you and you get mad at her, you're just gonna end up screaming. It's not gonna work, you know. It's like just be disappointed. Just shake your head and be like, damn, your father should have pulled out. I'm totally supposed to be working, but well. Here's the thing. You work as much as you're valued. So, if you don't feel like working because, you know, you just don't. Most office workers, out of 40 hours of work, they maybe work 25 hours, and the rest is just thumb twiddling, coffee drinking, and complaining about Janice. Okay. I was like she completely, I walked away. She told my boss that was harassing her. People get help now. That was. I'm gonna go. What? Wait, she was she was a young person. Normally it's like the old ones, not the really old ones, because if you're like 75, 80 and above, most of the time they don't have the energy to be angry anymore, right? They're just like, oh, my kidney hurts, help, But the worst people are always the like 45 to 60, right? Because they are in the stage where they still have energy and passion to be angry, and they have the realization that they've thrown their life away, so they're double angry. And then if they then wear a red hat, so that's even worse. So is Janice. Gross. Probably get lunch. Remember, Tricky. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time. Oh. What's happening here? I haven't had that in a long time. I haven't had that in a long time where the game just breaks. That's great. Well, I read in the newspaper today. No, that just didn't go. Well, I read in the newspaper today that a guy tried to get into a train by standing on the train tracks and forcing the train into an emergency stop, and then he attempted to get into the train. So yeah. 18-year-old. He was smoking weed and under the influence of the alcohol. No, let's go share and business and reset my settings. See, that's another thing. After 10 years of this game, they still have not fixed that every time there's like a certain update or a server reset, that the sliders all reset, like the amount of replays you have, the sensitivity you have, and the sound level. All the sliders reset when that happens, right? So, I don't know why after 10 years they haven't found a way to save those settings properly so they don't get reset every time. Be interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go. Where you driving away, man? Oh, Baba Yaga's coming. Hi, John. How you doing? Yep. Commanders are gone again. Supposedly. Thank you. How you doing? Yep. Happens all the time. Hey, how's it going? 110 looks interesting. What to say? I don't know. Haven't played the 110 in a very long time. Yeah. Look who it is. I'm surprised that you know that I exist. Uh-oh. Well, lads. Someone say kidneys. Well, I mean... I think I still have some in the fridge if you need any. Fun mode. Yeah. It's the thing about Blitz. It's... They kind of made the fun modes less fun. Remember the days when the Hellcat had super speed boost in Mad Games where you could just yeet it across the map? And then they were like, nah. There's too much fun in the fun modes. We gotta balance that. Well, that's 4,000 damage. And that's a miss from the 183. Damn. He did. Alright, what was the next one? MX-54. There it is. It's worse than torture. Probably not. Because most of the time, you choose to play Blitz. I mean, some people might choose torture, you know, maybe they're into that. But most of the time, you choose to play Blitz. You don't choose to get tortured. Most of the time. I'm waiting for gravitizing. I don't even have the FV, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, my guy, can you please cross? Apparently not. Don't like this. Yep. Oh look, the enemy team is somewhat competent and mine is not. Okay, let's try somewhat. I mean, these are all Soviet tanks, so they don't have gun depression. Hello, bad chat. If you could, perhaps dispose of this guy together, that would help. Move! They're pushing. Pushing behind. Alright, here comes the bat chat. Can't punt him. Like that. Now the Batchat should be able to... Never mind, I just do it myself. Gotta do everything myself. Everything. Gotta do everything myself. And there's the Hori, who doesn't know I'm here because he has not paid attention. Now I'm gonna have to climb up and hope that the mouse concept won't be that they actually move here and help this position. Hi, what can I do? Welcome. What you waiting for, Hori? I'm not peeking. That guy's peeking. Ow. Drive-by. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts. That's gotta hurt. Alright. Look at that. What did you do, Max? What did you do? What did you do? What you doing? What you doing? See, I mean, if you look at the amount of cleavage, you can still see that there's a certain target audience for these. You know, this one's not as bad, you know, this one's normal. But most of these backgrounds are certainly aimed at a demographic that we all know. Goners! I'm like an angry teacher with these players. Yeah, but it's funny because they will never learn. And the realization of that is haunting. She's wearing glasses, so maybe to attract the intellectuals like us. Are you Pol Pot? I find the whole like glasses stereotype so funny because it's literally, well, they can't see. So I don't even know where that came from. This tank like suck or something. Compared to the 7.52 and the Kennedy 1, yes it does. So it's pretty much the Soviet counterpart to the heap of useless T9 Chinese premiums that don't really have a point. What? Yeah, I wanted to jump on him, but unfortunately he's gone. Come on, little guy. Oh, I don't want to stay around for that. Fair price for this thing. Not what the auction says. Not what the auction says, basically. Hello, Yogtiga. By the way, pro tip. If you shoot at an enemy that's not looking at you, they won't be able to shoot at you. That's pretty much the entire Blitz secret. Like, this guy doesn't know that. He sees I'm looking at him, I'm peeking him. But he decides to peek me anyway. He doesn't know the #1 Blitz secret, and that's don't aim, don't shoot at people that are looking at you. Just fight the people that aren't looking at you. That guy's not looking at me, that guy's not looking at me, they're all not looking at me. It's very simple. But most people don't do it. Even I don't do it sometimes. It's mainly because I don't care, but there's that. And also, if you have a decent-ish skill in predicting where they're gonna go, then you can do quite a lot with that. Alright, I'm gonna try to get rid of this guy. The Hori is still back there, of course. Goodbye. Now, the only tank worth attacking here is the Hori, because it's got a lot of hit points. And I'm thirsty. Remember the auction price drops once every... No, you have to get up at 6 AM. Yeah, because Wargaming hates people that get up late. Because as a true high performer in society, as a true alpha male, you have to get up at 3:30 in the morning to realize your potential. Well, you know who also goes to bed early and wakes up early? Old people. What's that? Thanks. Even though I don't really make videos anymore. Done like 5 in the last 2 months. But it is time for another round of technical quests. Let's go. This P114 the MX. I wouldn't buy either of them. I'll be honest. Just don't consider purchasing either of them. That's my simple answer. Buy. Okay, this is a. Okay, this is an entire tier 10 worth of free XP. 15 gold. 15 gold. 15 gold. 60 gold. 15. You can get a tier 10 for that amount of XP. Or not even 100 gold. Or barely 100 gold. Oops. Okay. BZ75. Oh my goodness, everything. Array FV301. Normally I don't take tank destroyer requests, but there you go. Retired commercial divers in their 30s. Fair point. 41. What's wrong with old people? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. One more tank can be requested. There we go. Busy with my baby girl right now. Alright. 75. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being old. But there is something funny about people pretending to be real men that have the same life habits as someone living in a retirement home. Oops. I guess taking a break from video editing. Well, at least he can take a break from video editing. I make so little Blitz content that I don't even start. How about that? However, I will be streaming again on Friday. Problem is, I wanted to play Le Mans Ultimate. However, they're doing Sebring this week. I don't like Sebring. It's like the one track that I refuse to drive. It's bumpy as hell. That was a bad trade there, buddy. I'm out of choice. Ah. Yeah. That's also. I don't like tank destroyers. That's my opinion on it. But how you doing? Welcome. Heard of Karlami. You mean the South African racetrack? Yes, I have. Ow. Ow. Well. Wasn't worth it. I'm dead, I think. Oh, somehow I'm not. Well, I'm dead anyway because it's an autoloader. Hey! What the hell, man? How bad are you? Holy ass luck. Well, but I did 3k damage. Who cares? I think F1 should return there. I don't know. I don't know. If it's good racing, maybe. But the layout's kind of old school. Alright, what do we do here? Well, clearly nobody's going to this side, so... It's time to rush B. When everything fails, rush B. Now, do I play tank destroyers the way they're supposed to be played? No. Because I like medium tanks. And I play tanks like medium tanks, because that's how I want to play. So let's go. And if it doesn't work, I don't care. Well, at least they didn't shoot me. Yeah, the Vickers is dead because he has thrown away. That's always lovely. And we lose. Ain't that lovely? Ain't that lovely, lads? Ain't that lovely? Okay. Can I catch this guy? Yes, I can. Ultimate awareness. How did the i7 screw that up? I have the awareness. Perhaps. Tracked. Something landing the back. Wait. You mean the guy that sends explicit images to children is a bad person? Who could have guessed that? Oh no. Shock.png. Don't. Why you... They always put themselves in a bad spot on purpose. I mean, I can go now. Bye. Baited. It's not PNG. I don't know, as long as it's not WebP, it's all fine. Whoever invented WebP should sit for a while. Think about what they've done. I don't know why he's being bad, but... Yeah, he just put himself in a position that he's not getting out of. And here comes the Rinoceronte. You don't got the armor for that, mate. Don't allow him out. Goodbye. See? That's how I play tank destroyers. And it works. Not because I'm good, but because I'm insane. Nice. China or a European nation. Damn. Wargaming trying to tell us something. 301. You guys agree with it? Well, here's the thing. Simply don't do it. Then people won't accuse you of things you've done.
Let's go.
You know? It's not... they're not accusations when you can read it yourself. So...
Penetration. The gunner's injured. We're trying to cover for him.
So... I know you've been asked this, what do you think of Jules Blitz? I think that thinking about him is the biggest waste of my time that I've ever committed. And it is a big shame that the most active Blitz YouTuber is also the worst. So... anyway. It's like the Donald Trump of Blitz. It's terrible. You know, he's in a position he should never be in. But you can't get around because everybody always goes on about it, right? So, yeah.
We've damaged them.
All I did was say hello, if I can help you. The cameras at work have it. I walked away. Yeah, I mean, of course, if that's a whole different story, you know? It's like, you didn't do anything. So, that's not... I wouldn't file that under accusation, that's just a lie.
Enemy armor is hit. Got him. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Oh, man.
Great shot.
Not a fan of this. Any tips for the BZ-75? Here's the thing. What I started to realize over a while of playing Blitz is that mostly you play every tank. If you learn to play every tank the same,
We've damaged them.
you get a lot better at the game. What I mean by that is that you should be aware of the tank's abilities. You should know what tank can beat your tank and what tank can't beat your tank, right? Like, let's say you're a... yeah, let's just say you're a BZ-75. You're gonna struggle against, like, a VK-72, a Maus, or an E-100 vehicles that you can't pen with the AP round with the Hesh gun, right? So you want to avoid fighting those, and you want to primarily fight vehicles that you can beat, that have less armor, right? That's what you want to focus on there. Right, you also want to avoid things like shooting an I-7 in the side because it has the side skirts and the HE might not pin. Right? Those are tank-specific things, but most of the time, you want to play off two things. And that's, you play around cover, like you find yourself a place where you're safe, and then you play from there. And the second is, you fight who's not fighting you. Right? If three people are trying to engage you, just get out of it, right? Always find yourself a position where you decide how and where to fight, right? You decide who to engage. If the enemy decides to engage you, that's a bad idea, right? You should be the one deciding where to fight, how long to fight, and how to do it, right? You choose the location, the duration, and everything. If you can put yourself in places where you can start making that choice, then you're doing really good. Obviously, the other thing is map control. Like, you control the map, but you don't want to run into 5 tanks at the same time. Right? You always want to have a maximum of 1 tank that can immediately attack you. Ideally. You know the way YouTube are going to try and guess everyone's age and tweak their content base straight. Lol. Alright. That's Connor could be following the thing, Harry. So, PT, what you're saying is, if you're too old to be attractive to the priest, you're too old to watch that kind of Blitz content. That about tracks. That about tracks. You see now, they're bad because they're sitting back there, and our job is to keep them back there. Right? What I want to do is I don't want the Hori and the ST to shoot at me at the same time. That sucks. I mean, this tank generally sucks. But what I want to do, again, I'm reloading now. Why would I peek if I'm reloading? I always want to have a cover around me that I can use. Right, do I want to peek this ST1? Well, probably not. But again, I have an advantage. I can peek the ST1 without any other tank being able to shoot me. Right, this is the only engagement I currently have. And now this guy drives in front of me. There we go. And I'm just going to sit back and reload again. 1, 1, 1. I have a biltong. I have no idea what that is. But her uncle did so much damage to this young lady, she's got enough to deal with. Nice hanger. Jeez. Don't play the ash gun. Yeah, then. The BT-75 with the regular gun is pretty much just a weaker IS-7. So, if you have any experience with that, play it like that. Alright. Lap61's doing a great job at not doing his job. Now, again, see me reposition, because the ST1, obviously he's now dead, but he was busy with the Erich. So I go to the other side. I attack him from a position that he's not looking at. And now, see this Yor. The Yor's not looking at me. So I try to engage this guy. Do I try to go too far? I mean, sure, I could peek further and maybe get a better shot, but that just means that I'm exposing myself to this entire row where I have no idea where the enemies are. The Type 71 to be specific. 61, that is. And again, I know 4 of the enemies. I know roughly where the 5th guy is as well. So I don't have to fear anything. It's just map knowledge and it's just literally just pay attention. That is all. That is all you gotta do. Pay attention. Again, the Type could have theoretically shot me there. And he tried. But the TL7 can't shoot me, the T-34 can't shoot me. It's pretty much always a minimal amount of enemies that can engage me. If I play it right. So, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Right? Find as many opportunities to do damage. And give the enemy as little opportunities to do damage to you. And you do that by knowing the map, by understanding where they're positioned, by learning the way they move, all those kind of things. Now the Yor. Why does Mortimer do daily streams? Well, I don't do daily streams. You mean, why don't I do daily streams? I'm hitting, but I don't see daily streams. I don't stream. I stream twice a week. So, I don't know. You may be confusing me with someone else. I do stream twice a week. So... And most of the time it's this is the only Blitz stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Friday. I had planned to do Le Mans Ultimate and do some LMP2 racing. But unfortunately, it's Sebring. Back to old title because new title didn't work well. No, it's a different stream. But playing the tank that kills me is a different stream entirely. I start in the Tiger 131, and then if I die, I play the tank that killed me. And then I keep going that way. And I either end up in tier 3 or in tier 10. In the end. And 3000th. So it's a whole different concept of stream entirely. And I have done that in the past quite a bit. But I stopped doing it and now I'm kind of doing it again. Yes, I do have a sim racing setup. I have a Fanatec CSL DD with a triple screen setup. Why is it often tank requests? Why not? Because I get to play tanks that I would never play otherwise. You know, I would never play this tank. Ever. If, I would, like, just play. Because if I do a stream where I get to choose what tanks I play, what I'm gonna play is I'm gonna play the E50, I'm gonna play Leopard 1, I'm gonna play the KPZ-50T, I'm gonna play the T95E6, I'm gonna play the STB-1, I'm gonna maybe play the FE4202 if I'm feeling funny. Maybe gonna play the Concept 1B and the T125. And then it gets rare. So, yeah. Pretty much I'll just... And, you know, like T54E2, T77... Yeah, stuff like that. Again, I'm taking space here, you see that? I've realized these guys are sitting back. So what I can do is literally just experience. It takes a while, but what I've done here is I've seen... Okay, none of these guys are pushing. They can't push. I've got teammates behind me. So even if they do push, I'll be fine. I'll just side scrape off this rock right here. Now I have to be careful of the Super Conqueror. The Carnarvon is throwing. So what I can do is I'll side scrape out. I'll try to get the first target, right, to avoid the Conqueror. And that happens to be the BZ. Now I'm trying to bait the Conqueror, right? I can't fire at him yet, but I'm trying to bait the Conqueror. Can't do that, so I'm gonna go out. And now, again, I'm gonna shoot the Carnarvon because I don't want to give the Conqueror opportunities. Now I'm gonna give the Conqueror an opportunity because it doesn't matter anymore, because we already won the game. Right, there's 2 guys left. I mean, it would maybe be more beneficial to turn around and fight the mediums because this guy's gonna get shoot up quickly and he's given up, which is like the worst thing you can do. Right, why does he give up? Just get some extra damage. Oh, he shot HE, why would you do that? He's probably a... I guess this guy's a pretty terrible player. You know, with general vibe and all. But, guys, guess that Conqueror's win rate. Put it in the chat. The winner gets nothing. But what do you think that guy's win rate is? I'm guessing 44. I triple cream you. No, you don't. Curtis, you can not... Curtis, you can avoid advertising people that... Yeah. See? Free win. Didn't do shit. What are you doing, man? 50. Didn't expect that. Maybe he had bad internet or something like that. This is why he set up. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, what I did... hold on, I'm with you now. Tank request. quests. There we go. Another 5. Play Blitz on your sim. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But basically what I did is I had a triple screen set up, 1080p, and I replaced that with a triple screen set up 1440p, and now I'm using the 1080p triple screen for my sim racing. Because, I mean, the advantage is 2 of these 1440p's, they're office monitors, right? They're 75 hertz. They're color calibrated, which is very, very nice. But they're office monitors, so they're only 75 hertz. But I wouldn't game on them anyway, so it doesn't matter. And the middle one's 165 hertz. But with the sim racing setup, they are 144 hertz, and one of them is 240 hertz. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Like, 2 are straight, and one of them is curved, which makes it a bit weird. But I put the curved one in the middle, and then the straight one's on the side, so it works perfectly fine. But they run at 144 hertz, all of them, so it works out quite nicely. Unfortunately, they're not... Like, the 3 different monitors, right? I mean, the first 2 are basically the same, almost. They're just... One is a newer model, and the other one's the older model, because they didn't have that one anymore, so, you know, but... The curved one's a bit different. Alright. Rinoceronte. Griul. Grell 15. M60. HWK 12. IS7. Alright, thank you very much. That's another list. Sim racing is so rich. Not really. Not really. I mean, you don't have to have that much. Obviously, if you try to like get a Simicube whale and triple screen 4K TVs, 120 hertz, that's gonna be really, really expensive. But to like entry level sim racing, it's okay. You know, you can get like a direct drive wheel and pedals for like 400 now. So if you do it a lot, and if it's a hobby, then that's okay. I mean, it depends on what country you live in, because sometimes 400 is half a monthly wage. But yeah, you don't need triple screen either, you just get one decent 21:9 monitor, you know, like a wide monitor, then you'll be perfectly fine. What do you want, Pikachu? What controller? I don't have no idea what you're talking about. That's why I'm not answering, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Favorite IRL snack? Well, I don't know. What? They're called lachgummi. So, I don't know if those exist in other places or whatever they're called. But it's like, imagine like gummy bears. But like different shapes. And filled with vitamins. Pretty much. You got a banana one, you got a leaf one, you got a cherry one, you got a strawberry one. And they all just slap them into one pack, and there you go. And they're great. So... Okay, well, hold on. After the battle, I can... Oh. He just woke up. So what you can see, by the way, if you have an AFK or a never connect, because if you connect to a match, your gun goes down. Because the default camera is like up here. Right? So that means the gun depresses. And if you have someone with a depressed gun, that means that they've connected to the match. They're in the match, right? Because the camera activates in sort of this view. And that makes the gun go down. But if the gun is straight, they're never connected to the match. Right? Just gonna send it. Stupid question was no, it's called elevated. It's called elevated. And gun depression and gun elevation. That's a boner. Oh, depressed loner. And that rhymed. How you doing? I think I suggest. Oh man. Hold on. Copy image. Images. These. These right here. That's what I mean. What's the next tank? Roll 15. I have to recode all these replays after the stream as well. Why did I say recall that weirdly? Doesn't make any sense. What's up? Humans versus zombies. I'm neither. Ugh, why, lads? Huh. Yeah, I mean, that can solve depression. I mean, it is gonna induce obesity, but once you're fat, you can then start your weight loss journey and become super ripped, and then you can be depressed and jacked. So, better be depressed with a big biceps than fat. It has vitamin D. Well, it has all sorts of vitamins, yeah. That's the whole point of them. I mean, they're not particularly healthy because of sugar, but they got vitamins. Or vitamins, if you're British. The driver is delivered. That's what the literal translation of that means. The driver is delivered. Well, it pretty much means he's finished, but it also means delivered, so... Depression, don't get depressed. Yeah, and if you have depression, get help. Or become an alcoholic. And then get help. same as Namens. Oh, that's why you bring up Galami. What about me? I got a biceps and a big belly. Don't know what I'm doing. Well, you're eating too. You're just bulking. You're just bulking. You've been bulking for the last 5 years. You're always bulking. You don't want to be a bodybuilder, you want to be a powerlifter. Hello, baboon. How you doing? Okay. We lose, probably. Well, I'm dead. Alright, lads. You gotta be quick now, otherwise you're dead. Why the hell would you consider buying the M60 in the first place? It's not even a premium tank. It's just the M48 patent, but again. It doesn't even make credits. It's like the M60 is the most useless premium tank in the entire game. Because it's not a premium tank, it doesn't make credits, and it's the exact same as the M48, well, almost. Why are they trash? Sad. You suck, suck, suck. Well, they don't suck. Collector. Yeah, but it doesn't make creds. Collector and premium tank's the same friggin' thing. Pretty much. The only difference is that one you can sell for gold, the other one you can sell for creds. See, that's it. It's the only gosh darn difference, buddy. Yeah. The problem is with this tank you can't fight anybody. The second an enemy tank engages you, you're losing. Right? Because any fight you take, you're the loser. Every time. Doesn't matter what tank. This is the weakest tier 9 in the game. So no matter what tank you fight, you're always the worst tank. No matter what. Because the gun's not even good. Got 240 alpha for crying out loud. Hanging out now, do you? Alright, back to real tanks. Perhaps. I don't know. Map.
Поехали.
Don't buy IS-7 time. Yep, there was a time when the IS-7 was pretty shite. But... Good night, Kagan. Have a good one. That was a bad idea. Just the rumpus of it. What am I doing here? Is this stupid? Yes. Will it give me space? Yes. See? He has to retreat. And now I control the fight. Here comes the Rhinoceronte, here comes the Caro, and we're in. And, yeah, that mouse through. Oh, how Lily missed. There's the XM. There we go. Now we got the Rheinmetall's minus one shot. The Sheridan is a one shot. Oh no, it's the Progetto actually. But he's not dead. There's the rumpus of her. Now what do we do? This guy's a bit dumb. You're a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. You know where the enemies are. Don't do that. We went to this guy her shoulder. How would I, what? How'd you manage to do that? How? H-O-W. Heyo. 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 That's the thing, I know the 50B can't clip me, so I don't bother with them. This is gonna be made dead soon anyway. I'm just disappearing. I mean, I know that he wants me. Specifically. But I'm just gonna go around. 3 shots. 4 shots. Empty. Goodbye. And I live! Ain't he dead? A100 sleeping. Can make use of that. Maybe. I mean, I'm just YOLOing at this point. Lol. You screwed yourself with RNGesus. I know where the Rheinmetall is. He's gonna die soon. The Sheridan might try and come for me. Nope, he is not. They're both back there. And they're both dead. Object 260 now feels like an RS7 prototype. Well, I have news for you, buddy. I have news for you, buddy. Guess what it is? $4,281. Ihor went AFK. Well, I hope his house didn't get bombed. If he's in Ukraine, if he's in Russia, I was like, pfft. Too bad. 10v10. All right. 260. 234, 100. Yeah, no, my brother. How did you manage to do that, man? How? How did you do that? M. Huh. Shark into or what? Don't think that. Don't think it's that. Honestly, don't think it's that. There. 2 more tanks can be requested, and there will be 1 more tank request list after this one. You guys in like 15 minutes. Damn. Take care, man. Take care. Don't do anything wacky. Well, the whole enemy team's over here. That guy's a bit dead. Oh, a little bit more than a bit dead. A bit more than a bit. Yeah, you gotta, like, attack now. Oh boy. It's a... Don't push me. That's not good. Guys, I turned him around so you can shoot him in the ass, and you don't. What you doing? Huh. What you doing, lads? Hi, Sheridan. I'm watching you. I can see you. I can smell you. I can feel you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The project is touching my leopard. And I don't want that to happen. Oh no. Alright, Italian move. Time to switch sides. Yeah, nice to my... Yeah, you should be. It's free to be nice. Costs dignity to be an asshole. Full K damage. Alright. One, two, one, B. Tasty. Somehow. I'm doing 3k average damage. Who would have guessed that? Well, not me. I don't care. But he has 100% coin flip winner against me. That's good. That's good. I mean, you just beat yourself. Always remember to hydrate. Always remember to lose the match if your team goes city. Yeah. I have to tell them how to play the damn game. If they don't go, then we lose. Simple as. Oh, their K2 is terrible. That's lovely. And the Sherman AZ8 is terrible too. That's also lovely. And they got an AFK Tiger. Why is that guy alive still? That's crazy. Oh, what the hell? Oh no, what the hell? How that happen? How the heck he stay alive in that? Oh no. That's no bueno. Alright, there's the Vipera. Which has like, yes, alpha damage. There's the two mediums. Right up our bum. Jetto's gonna kill me. Or not. Somehow Progetto didn't kill me. T-343 should be able to take the Progetto. Yeah, this is Masher. 3v3! Come on, T-34, you got this. Easy win. Easy win. Come on. Get him. He got him. Because that's pretty much it there. Oh, what? Why did you fire in it? Oh my god. He got him! Huh? The problem is that guy on 13 hit points can get HE'd. Heck, let's try to. He can get HE'd, so they have to play this very wisely from both sides. And that's not what I mean, because he's now probably dead. Yep. That was bad. What does that air conditioner do? Okay. Try the buff Derek concept. I don't even have it, so no. It's also not, it's still not worth it. You know. I have no idea why it sold out that quickly. Ugh. Let's move. Moo. All right.
Noch so eine und die sind fertig. Dritte beschädigt. Wirkungstreffer. Wir haben sie voll erwischt. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung.
Oh man, what are you doing? How are you? I mean, he's a CDC, so you know, it's an awful vehicle that's basically built to lose. But how can they do that badly, though? How can you do that badly?
Wir haben sie nicht mal angekratzt. Wir haben sie voll erwischt.
For every time somebody says a tank is broken, and it turns out it wasn't, it was just hype. If I had $1 for every time that happened, I'd at least have $100.
Noch so eine und die sind fertig. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. Volltreffer. Richtschütze hat
Why do a lot of comedians make good actors, but a lot of actors aren't funny when they try to be? Because it's a lot easier to learn acting than learning to be funny. Being funny is more like you have it or you don't, I suppose, in a way. Yeah, because it's most about, like, comedy is a lot more about delivery, right? Like you say something. No, you say something usual followed by something unusual, for example, and you need to deliver it right. Because if you stand there is a German comedian called Nico Semsrott whose basic delivery is just bland. You know, he reads his stuff off of paper, but what he says makes the whole style worthwhile. So I think comedians have a pretty hard time at like trying to deliver stuff perfectly. That it's probably not that hard to go acting, I guess. And of course, everything's double again. That's a great system you have there, Wargaming. It's the same why a lot of comedy shows are better news sources than news shows. You know, like John Oliver, Jon Stewart, Colbert, who got cancelled. Most of the time, they're a better news source than actual news. Right? Because to be a comedy show, to make fun of the truth, you need to first know the truth. You know, and need to know it in detail to make jokes about it. That's why there are no conservative comedians. There are people that think they are, like Joe Rogan or what was his name, like Tony Hinchcliffe or something like that. I don't know. That weird guy that basically just insults everyone. It's like, you know, you have to be smart to be a comedian. Yes, of course. You have to understand a complex subject and then make it funny. Right? That does take quite a lot of effort. And most good comedy is a lot more about punching up than it is punching down, and if it is about punching down, then it has to be specific. You know? And that's why there are no conservative comedians, because conservative comedians are like, ha ha, poor people, ha ha. Pretty much, and that's not comedy, that's just selling tickets to a show where a man speaks badly about other people. You know? That's why most comedians, or pretty much all comedians, are somewhere left of center. Unless you're like Bill Burr and you just don't give a shit and you just hate everybody. Right, that's another good direction you can pull it in. Right? I'm currently waiting for Dr. Jeez. You can get in 15 minutes to a doctor and... Wow. I mean, if the shoulder's just unplugged, you can get it back in pretty easily. You need to know the right moves, that I don't, but... You can get a shoulder back in fairly easily, from what I've seen. Canada would be 2 hours. In America, you'll be shot in, the ER. So, be happy that you only have to wait 2 hours. Now, the ER in the hospital closest to me is currently closed. Because that's what happens when you privatize essential services. Right? Capitalism only works for things people don't need. Right? If it's essential services like public transport, like healthcare, like libraries, you can't make that for profit because it's gonna make it shit. Simple as that. Alright. Last round of tank quests for today. That's to call an ambulance, yeah, but you can't do that in the US because that's gonna cost you like $8,000. It's kind of, you know. Eye of the Dragon. Ooh. (215B) 2-1. Two more tanks can be requested. It's the tier 10 then. This draw goes for 76 days. It's kind of insane. It's also kind of funny how this links back to the old UI. You see up here, my premium account. You know, like that links to the old UI. When you go there, this is the old Blitz. This is the old shop UI because now it looks like this. You see, but that is the old shop UI up here. That's how the shop. That's how it used to be. So it's kind of funny that it looks like that. I have 139 premium days left, by the way, guys. 139. Then that's it. 59. Let me see. 139 days from now. 139 days from today. 22nd of December. Well, I'm probably going to get extra days. But, let's see. Barask. Barbecue. Like the last time I checked, I was in October with premium days. So. Yeah, what Wargaming's doing? Well, they want to make money. That's about it. Why did they stop the crate rolls? They aren't profitable for them anymore. Probably don't make enough money, and they probably found out that the instant offers, like the ones that you have to deny and they're gone, maybe they make more money than the draws. Who knows? Hydrate. Nope, boy's dead now. Two are dead now. Deep boys. No. I think that is a bad idea that I should turn around. Oh no, he just died. That's a bit sad. All right. Not spotted low. I've been spotted the entire time. Shite. Oh, now I'm spotted. I wasn't spotted. How? Kepi says blind. Kepi said straight up blind. Now let's go for the Eric concept. Oh, he is running. There's a Barask. Oh, you bum. How did he miss that? How? And the KPZ ran it. They both missed the. Oh my god. Oh my god! Alright, John, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Be careful. Ow. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. KPZ live webcam. OP, he says. OP, he says. Oh, well, I gotta ram. Oh, no, man. I was about to say I have to ram that guy because I don't have shells. Where the MX go? Don't know. Up there. Oh, how the hell did he get over there? I like how modern games are unplayable without showing. Don't you want blur? You need more blur, man. You need more blur! Now! $3,000 damage. Chat 2015. I like Vaseline all over my screen. Yeah, why don't you just like put actual Vaseline on your stream? Alright. Oh, he's gone. He's in the hole, hiding. Why is that up there? Jesus Christus. So yeah, we're not winning this game then? Yeah, I mean, these guys, see, they don't take map control. Map control is literally everything. Right? Now, these two guys are gonna come around the back. They're gonna spot those guys. This match is lost before it even started. Because the heavies are useless and they camp in a corner. Look at the Kranvagn taking map control. Look at the enemy. I mean, the enemy Kranvagn's throwing now. Pretty much. But look at him. He's at least taking control of something. He's doing something. He's taking freaking map control. Look at how far forward he is. Look at how deep he is in there. Yeah, these guys are useless. You're dead. You're dead. You're all spotted. Nothing you can do. You're all freaking dead. You know, it's like a baboon. Not you, baboon. But it's like you're playing with a team of baboons that don't know what they're doing. And they just sit on their little hill, scratching their ass. No, that's all they do. Alright, Glory, have a good one. Hello, Eric. Welcome.
Time to roll out.
Oh, that was awful. Indeed, it was. Team of campers. Team of campers. Ha! Got him. Penetration. Well, lads. We're fighting against the KPZ-50. I wouldn't do that if I were you. So I'm gonna do it instead.
Our fuel tank's hit. Track hit. We've damaged
You
them.
can't win a DPM fight against a 215B, buddy.
Enemy armor.
You can't.
We've lost the track. We're stuck here. We're on fire. Enemy armor is
Hell yeah, I'm on fire. Oh, Progetto, you that guy's a bozo. Look at him. Look at his slowness. You can just see that he's slow.
We've damaged them.
You can just see that he's really slow at making decisions. Like, he stared at the KPZ for like half an hour before he started to realize that he should refocus. Oh, Carl, that's AFK. Oh yeah, baby. That's 3 damage. How do I get up there? Gosh darn it.
Scratch them.
I want 3 damage, gosh darn it. I need some damage. Wanna have fun. Oh, for fucking hell. Fucking hell, lads. What is happening over here? I'm about to spill my tea.
Ricochet.
Damn.
Enemy armor is hit.
It's not even shot yet, I think. Oh, I just pumped into the ground.
Enemy armor
Oh.
is hit. We've damaged them. Track hit. Enemy armor is hit. We're immobilized.
No.
Vehicle has had it.
All that's left is these guys. Well, it's 3v1. 4.7k damage in a 205B. I think that's a good result. What do you think? What do you think about that? I think that's a good result. Well, you're not winning that because now you're getting waffed. Itchy. There we go. Nice. You did it, bruv. Yeah, Michael. How you doing? We did it, bruv. Nice try, Benny. Alright, next up we have the TVP. And then Type 59, and then it's time for the M2 Lite. I think I'm too full fat. Yeah. Wonder where that is. They don't got the milk no more. Oh, Mark, how you doing? You got the milk? Can't find any enemies. Alright, Curtis, have a good one. What are you doing here? What is he doing here? Alright, I'm gonna dip. It's always a great sign when the mouse camps at the back. And, yeah. The STRVK rushes and YOLOs and gets himself wrecked. I mean, you can take space if you know where the enemies are. That's when you take the space. You don't take the space if you don't know where anyone is. Because if you do that, if you take the space when you don't know where anyone is, you're, guess what? Someone's already been in that space and you're dead. Alright, Mouse is trolling, I assume, and I mean, we lose the match because that Jetto's gonna die. So there's no chance of ever winning this. So the best thing I can do here is not do what the WT does, because WT is just YOLOing out and going on his own and dying. Best thing I can do is use these two useless buffoons that are in fact trolling each other and using their hit points to get like maybe 1 or 2 clips off. Right? I mean, look at them. Look at these. Look at these two bozos. What is that? I'm gonna be thinking about a week. You can see the whole thing just probably back from now. Well, I mean, this is back. At least it's back in, so hope it gets better. Look at this shit. Reload. Oh my god. The mouse is still blocking the Jaegeru. Holy fuck. What a actual degenerate. There's no other word to use there. What a actual degenerate. Holy fuck. Wow. That is pretty pathetic. That is pretty pathetic. Oh, look at that, the Jaegeru can't even move because he just boxed him in. I mean, I wouldn't know of a thing that the Jaegeru could have done to have the mouse do this. You know, because obviously the Jaegeru was just camping in his spot, you know, where tank destroyers sit. So, jeez. You know, I think I'll save the replay and send it off. Yeah, it is a professional troll. I'll send that. Or someone that rages very easily and is just generally incompatible with sanity. Because if that's how you behave after 40,000 battles, then you should not be playing this game. At all. But obviously Wargaming's they're probably gonna like suspend them for if I send it in, they're maybe gonna like suspend him for a week or something like that, because you know they want money. They don't give a shit about people like that. You know, if that kind of guy buys premiums, then he's a perfect customer. You know, Wargaming doesn't care if he ruins other people's game. Wargaming cares if he makes them money. Ajax, how you doing? We're going no goon for a week. Weakling, you gotta learn to dual wield. You gotta learn to dual wield. If you can't do it with both, you can't do it at all. T49, you're... Yeah. I mean, he has level 10, so... I always, like, view the tank rank as, like, a stupidity scale. The higher the tank rank, the stupider the player. Pretty much all the time. Yeah, see, he doesn't even spot anybody anymore because he's useless. Bitch! That is what we call skill. I was reported though, of course. It's the only morally correct thing to do is to report those people, even though nothing will happen. It's always the right thing to report them. I mean, the even righter thing would be to find out where they live, break into their house at 3 AM, and eat everything in their fridge. But that's too much effort. Alright. Surprised that T49 is not dead yet. That's the surprising thing about this battle, that T49 somehow not dead. Even though he will be very soon. Comes the Scorpion G. What do you repeat? I mean, Forest Witch is dead. Hey lads, I think we're losing. And I'm in this pile of doo-doo. Look at that, he just goes straight through the turret because this thing's actually ass. Ha! Get wrecked, Umut. Oh, man. Now he's down to 400. Oh, well, that's the only two alive. Uh-huh. I can't drive around the Samoa, but it can miss. So that's great. Try and... Oh, he's dead. Well, there's obviously no chance to win this, but... He's level 50 an hour later, so... We got that down. Oh, of course they're camping. You know what? I'm not stupid. I'm not buying it. I saw where the Samoa was going. Enough. Ugh! Damn, boy. That ain't it, Chief. Oh, no, nobody did anything. Nobody did anything. How many battles does he have in the Annihilator? 3,000? 7! Nope. 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 He does not have 3,000 battles. He does indeed not have 3,000 battles in the Annihilator. A little bit more. Just a little bit. Alright. It's time for the M2 lad. I mean, I could do another round of Tank Request, but I'm not doing that today because I still have to record the replays and I don't want to, like, lose them, so we're doing the M2 late now so I can have, like, that half hour to record replays. What's the most underrated tier 10? E50M. It's not underrated, but it's just the E50M. If the E50M would be real, I would want to make love to it. Alright, Eric. Have a good one. See ya. You're missing the best battle, though. Hmm. I don't think. See. See ya then. You're staying for the. I hope we can get a battle. There's 14 people in tier 1 and tier 2 right now, so I hope we can get a battle. A long wait. Well, the way it goes is I wait 5 minutes, and if we don't 5 minutes, we'll do the M3 light. Stay for this one. So you gotta live for 2 minutes, and then we'll do the M3 light. Most of the time, tier 3 you get a battle, and it's not as easy to ace, but I'll try. Come on. Come on, give me a match. Please. Well, don't think it's gonna happen, but there are at least enough people in tier 4 and tier 3. Don't forget to hydrate. 10 people, come on. Come on, 10. Please. Make it happen. 9. 10-4. It's enough for a match. Come on. Come on. Give it to me. Oh my. Ugh. 7-9. Still enough. That's enough for a match. Come on. Oh, there aren't enough people in the queue for a match. Let's give it a second. Maybe it still happens. 10-4. That's a load of BS there. That's a bit sad. Well, I gotta go to tier 3 then. Let me pin this thing as well, actually. I believe the M3 doesn't get a battle. We get a battle with the M3. Hopefully. See? See that? We got a match! Yeah. It's a tier 4 battle though, and it's got double Covenanter, which is really scary because that thing is just really scary. Especially as a little tier 3. So I'm not gonna attempt the ascent. Two. 3. 4. Help. Alright, I'm going for it. Well, the M5's pushing. He's pushing the D. Yeah, that guy basically has got 4 shots with 50 alpha damage. And that's a bit scary. How the heck did that hit? Basically I have to double the damage I have now to get the ace. I'm not bad at this game, eh? I'm not bad at this game at all. If I want to be. Oh, there he is. Thought someone was missing. I thought someone was missing. Where'd you come from, buddy? I mean, we can play this game. You're gonna lose. And he's getting rammed up the bum. I mean, I'm standing towards him in reverse, so. Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Your mama's a hole. That's probably a second class, if I'm honest. Yep. Damn. Dude was farming. Meanwhile, boobs. All right. With that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll be back with another stream on Friday. So with that said, as always, stay safe, don't die, goodbye.